Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and I purchased about 250 bucks of variety coinage online, some from GreatCollections, some from an eBay auction, but I'm going to unbox it today with you. It's 6 coins in total, and I'm excited to show you what I've got. So let's get right into the unboxing. Can't wait to take a look at some of these coins in person. So let's dive into the coins. This first package right here has 3 dimes in it. I'm going to open it up and get them out, and I'll save you the time of doing that. So they are all in here. I'm just going to open this here, but I don't know, I'm really excited to show you some of these, and I think you've seen some similar ones in the past, but here is an estimate, and I think that you could even, a lot of these mercury dimes are really nice, where you definitely can see it protruding from sort of the left side of the bit mark already. I want to say, is this the, 43. So I'll put it under the microscope or the digital viewer, and I'll shift it over, but yeah, really nice separation there. And you know what, this is a circulated coin, and that's something that I think about, right? Like the difference between circulated varieties and uncirculated ones. You know, certainly if somebody's going for like the top to pop or the collecting, you know, maybe they definitely want to have these really higher end ones, and I do agree with, you want to buy fewer really nice coins for your collection instead of just a bunch of different stuff. But I think with varieties, I don't know, I'm curious, I wonder what the long-term potential is, because I feel like there could be some upside. Like these are pretty valuable and or like rare, genuinely challenging to come by coins. And here we have a 1940s repunched mint mark, and I think it's going to also be in the sort of northwest. But you know, these could increase dramatically in value, and I'm not sure that that's necessarily true. Yeah, and you can see the nice, same thing in the. Let's see if my figure can, like, okay, it's not doing that well, but in the northwest part, you can see it. Something like this, I feel like since it's so scarce, this is probably tougher to find than some of the tougher date mercury dimes, just on how many were produced and certainly how many have survived and are recognized. So I think as there's more awareness of varieties, I feel like that's an area that could take off, and I think that this is the large S 1941S alternate mint mark. I assume that they just switched over midway through, but this one is going to just be significantly larger than the normal punch that we used in that year. So really nice, 3 different mercury dimes. The next group of coins, and those were like $20 put together, so I figure, you know, even on a silver value, it's like 3 times the silver value, so it'd really have to go up, but there's minimal stuff to lose. I would say this next package that I'm currently breaking open from GreatCollections is going to be a little bit, you know, there could be some more downside if the market sort of does poorly. This one is going to be the big coin for today, and let's see, it's going to be I'm going to actually, well, there you see it, but it's the Wounded Eagle. So this should be very much naked eye visible. Pretty nice coin, not, you know, a little spot on the side, but minimal distracting marks. And you're going to see right there the Wounded Eagle. Really cool. Let's sneak this under the camera, and maybe I'll have to zoom out a little bit. But you can very nicely, this one was like $185, which I felt like was a steal, because there's another one that was going, and it sold for considerably more, I'm pretty sure. But that Wounded Eagle looks like a little bit of an arrow that's gone all the way through the eagle itself. I'll show you again over here. You know, it's like a little spear that is protruding and sort of is absorbed a little bit by the feathering and then comes back out again. But you can see it the more you zoom in. Super, super clear wound, and these are not really, really common. So that's why I figured, you know, for like $185, not a bad pickup at all, and something that's like one of the more significant varieties out there on any of the modern coins, and it's sort of an attractive placement in terms of being on a pretty focal part of the design. So overall, I'm a fan of this one. But you know, as people, I don't know, maybe people say I don't really care about varieties at all. I just enjoy collecting them. Same thing with errors. Now there's, the practices at the mints are stricter and there's less of the errors being produced. This is all very high level and basic, to be quite honest, analysis, but when people are on the hunt for rarity and on the hunt for things that are truly, challenging to come by, if a lot of people started to want varieties, I think you would see a big uptick in their prices. Now this one, old holder, let's see if you can pick out the variety. I'm pretty sure this is the one, and yep, you could see on the S mint mark that I'm pretty sure that this is the S over D. Extra fine 40, ANAX, old school holder, super old school, a little bit of toning that's not necessarily super attractive, but that's a nice coin. You can see a little bit of the S over the D. I think it'll be a little more apparent also when we get it under the light. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, there it's a little more clear. Let's see. Nice, something that can be cherry picked. There's still, I think, a good bit of room for cherry picking, but you can see sort of on that S underneath there's a D mint mark. I think that there's two different over mint marks for the series for 1947, and I just think that that's the true treasure hunting, because maybe like 40-50 years ago you could try to find the rare dates in pocket change that people didn't care about yet, but you can't even find a silver or dime in pocket change, or hardly. You have to go through boxes and that sort of thing. So when sort of the frontier, the goalpost for what is attainable moves, then all of a sudden that's where I find varieties becoming really attractive. And there are a lot of new ones that happen. There's some they're more on the extra thickness side instead of the bold class 1 doubling. Most of it seems to be class 9, but there's some varieties if you look on Copper Coins or some other sites. Here we've got, this one's a nicer find, I think. Double die reverse and a repunch mint mark with some bluish toning that made it through ANAX. I don't know when this holder, if this is a newer holder or if this is a slightly older one, but I think it's a pretty coin. We'll see how dramatic the repunch mint mark is. I forget exactly on this 46S. I thought that this was a good bargain to get at $20-25 just for a cool collector coin. Put it the wrong way here. Let's see. And how clear is the repunching? It's not the clearest. I may just confirm exactly what I'm looking for here. And I am back here, but you can see the T. There's some nice doubling in the E, and sort of all through the United States, a little bit of notching also up there on the N. I was really struggling, though, before to see the S mint mark, and I can probably edit in. You can see it maybe a little bit here where it's repunched to the south, but maybe this is a later die state where it's not quite as clear. You can see a little bit to the south again, but I feel like it's easier to see the doubling, and they say a little bit in the pluribus, maybe a bit of a spread there, but I think the nicest place to see it, you can see all through right there, curving along the D, along the bottom of the E, all three of those parts, and nice shelving. So that's a nice variety as well. But to bring the little purchase wrap up to an end, I think that these are some really nice coins. I felt maybe I would probably have paid $225 for this. I had put a bid in for $200, which with the buyer's fee, would wrap up at $225. So getting that for $40 lower than what I was willing to pay, for something that I view as one of the top variety coins of the 21st century, I'm pretty happy about that. Maybe there's more of a population than I'm aware of, and it wasn't a great pickup, but I thought, it's just a really nice example. That way, if I'm showing people, explaining what varieties are to somebody even that doesn't understand it or might, view it as a lot tougher to look really closely on this coin, that's a clear wounded eagle. So super neat. And then I think, I don't know. I always think it's a great bargain for some of these. They're not in uncirculated condition, so maybe I should start targeting some of those. But these nice repunched mint marks on the Mercury Dime series, where they're just so clearly repunched, I think it's something that can clearly translate into interest in the series. For like $6 or $7 a coin, I feel comfortable purchasing there. Same thing here, $20 each. That hardly makes back the grading fees. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll continue purchasing these. I did make a few orders that are on the way, and I'll try to update when those come in. But most of this is just going to end up in my personal collection, as opposed to me trying to sell them unless the right price comes along. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated. I've also got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so you can follow me there. TreasureTownYT.com is the main channel website. Definitely give that a visit. I've got a lot of information about me up there and the channel. CoinGrabBag.com as well currently redirects there, but it's some good opportunities for very fair grab bags, both made by me and other sellers. A lot of different options, so that's a good way to support. There's also TreasureTownCoins.com. In the future, my coin dealing operation will be done out of that website. CoinMeltPrice.com for updates on the melt prices of your coins, both US and world. A lot of resources in that website. And then CoinsMetalsCards.com being developed right now as a marketplace and news source for coins, metals, cards, and collectibles in general. So I'll see you on my future videos. Looking forward to seeing you there, and hope you have a good day.